But now some of our most famous stars are struggling on the pension, selling up to stay afloat. Some can't even afford to fix their car.
People like Russell Crowe who gets $30 million a movie. I mean, when I started, I was lucky to get $200 an episode.
His voice is unmistakable.
Things have changed, but I'm still not getting $30 million.
Not even $1 million?
Not even $1 million.
Yes, it's Brian Wenzel, better known to us as Sergeant Frank Gilroy. He ruled the roost at Wandon Valley on the Seven Network's top-rating drama from the 80s, A Country Practice.
Come with me, Laura. Come into the stars room.
The Logie Award-winning actor is 82 next month. It's been 20 years since A Country Practice finished. And while he's barely changed, his life certainly has.
I am on a pension now, small pension that helps, sort of thing.
Is the pension in this country enough?
Not really, not really.
Brian's professional career spans 55 years. He still works today to supplement the pension, but work's hard to get.
I think we're forgotten about mainly, unless we push for it. I'm one of the pushers, of course, but there's a lot of buddies of mine. I know they're still around, but they're not getting any work because there's no parts written for them. This is where we live. It's, as you see, it's not a huge mansion. We don't have that much money. It's a nice, comfortable suburban home.
It's a nondescript house in suburban Melbourne. Brian admits many find it hard to believe he's not living a life of luxury.
Yeah, come on, mate, you got more than that. Don't kid me, you've got a lot of money. You get that attitude, you really do. They really think you're a millionaire.
Getting the packing done, Brian?
Yeah, it's all in this book here.
Brian has put his family home up for sale, in the hope it will bring a little more financial security.
It'll perhaps bring a little more money because then we can downsize to a cheaper place and hopefully in a nice area.
Over the years, our Logie Award winner has been forced to take on jobs out of acting.
I actually held the record at the supermarket I worked at of putting the most cartons on in 1 hour.
My only regret is that my industry doesn't look after older actors, doesn't provide us with more opportunities, and I think that's a great shame, and that is sad.
That fat cow Frankie has an influence over your life that could finish you, my girl.
Val Lehman played the rough and ready B. Smith on the international television hit Prisoner. After leaving the show, she worked in the UK for many years.
I have to say in England they have far more respect for older actors. You only have to look at their regular shows, and you have to look at Judi Dench, for instance. I mean, she's still going.
Back in Australia, Val's success is a distant memory. She can't even afford to fix her car.
I can't afford the panel beating, and I can't afford to have it repaired properly. The same as I can't afford to buy private health cover. And I'm currently in a situation where I have to throw myself on the mercies of the public health system, and believe me, that is no fun.
She bought this home outright for $234,000 after scouring the internet for days to find a house somewhere in Australia that she could afford.
Anyone thinks that pretends to think that actors are rolling in it. And if I had been in a show in America as successful as Prisoner was here, I would be a multi-billionairess now. Now, that annoys me.
I know of people who've lived in ticket boxes or their cars or under bridges or in disused boats because they have nowhere else to live. I mean, it's an absolute tragedy.
Showbiz commentator Craig Bennett explains how Hollywood looks after their acting greats.
In America, there is a cosseting of the stars and there are numerous safety nets. In fact, there are entire retirement villages that are built just to house movie stars. We don't have that situation here in Australia. It's kind of fend for yourself.
Val and Brian have learnt to live with the volatility of the industry.
When you get to about 45, it's a use-by date for most actors. And unless you're having facelifts and dyeing your hair and keeping it up that way.
Yes, real highs and lows. My life's way up there and way down there, 1 minute to the next.